Hey, hey, what's happening? What's happening? I'm here with Callie. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I am well. I cannot complain. So how you
Awesome.
handling all this COVID-19 social distancing, keep your butt in the house stuff?
Um, the best way I can. I'm trying to stay sane. My sister and I we live together, so that definitely makes it a lot easier for
Yeah.
me to stay in the house because I always have company all day, every day. But my parents they live about an hour away, so
Okay.
they're not too far away. So
That's
only trying to get out when needed, though, of course.
good. Good. Yeah, I understand. I'm at home by myself, so it's great that you have your sister there. At least you have some kind of company you can be with. That's wonderful.
Yes,
Most times, I
absolutely.
would think anyway. Most times.
Right.
Give me your thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement right now. I mean, it's a pivotal point in our history in this country.
It really is. And this situation is very unfortunate. I hate that all of that is going on. But I do like the fact that, we are standing up and just kind of saying, we're not gonna take it anymore. I I'm a believer in, fight for what you believe in. So um I have uncles, I have nephews, I have a brother-in-law. So I mean, it could be any of them. My father's still alive, so it could be him as well. It could be anybody. So I definitely like a peaceful protest. Now, I'm not necessarily for the whole vandalizing and messing things up, but if you can peacefully get your point across and just we just have to be smart about the situation when we go about trying to protest. And I also feel like all lives matter. It's not only Black lives, but I think that all lives matter because when some people march for Black lives, they're not really marching for every Black person. And I say that because me being a Black trans woman, you know, um, none of our names were mentioned, and we are murdered constantly. So I just think that it's a situation where it's all lives matter as opposed to singling out, just one individual.
I understand that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see your point. Um, if you had one word that you could say that you thought would fix the social injustice issues of the day, that's a hard question, TC. Yeah, one word.
Yes.
What would that word be?
um, I would say unity. Like
Mm,
we're all in this together. So I think we all have to stand together. So I would say unity for sure.
okay, okay. So we let that go. Okay, now
Okay.
you got the first part of the question, you got the second part of the question. The second part of the
Right.
question. So describe how you felt after you opened up your envelope on the show.
Um, how did I feel? I mean, I was really anxious to see what the word would be. Um, but I the word that I had was peaceful, and of course, just kind of growing up, it wasn't as peaceful as I would have liked for it to be. But I mean, like I said before, peaceful definitely has a whole new meaning to me now. So I'm definitely a lot more at peace and a lot happier, than I was before. So peaceful, yeah, that was.
So was it difficult for you to discuss your confession on the show? Were you nervous or was it easy?
I actually was. Yeah, I was pretty nervous because um, other than even some people that were close to me had no idea that I was going through this battle of being who I am. A lot of people didn't know that, even those people closest to me. There were very few people who knew it. So I think just kind of putting it all out there was a little nerve wracking for me because I didn't know how certain people would react. And I didn't really want anyone to think that they weren't there for me during those times. So it was kind of hard.
So did you find any healing through your confession?
I'm sorry, say it again.
You find any healing?
I did because I ended up getting a lot of support from doing the confession box. There were some people that I had no idea that they would reach out. There were so many people who reached out, and so just having that support definitely helped me kind of get through the situation that I was in. So I mean, I still have a long way to go, but a little support goes a long way. So I enjoyed doing the show, and it has helped me. So.
Excellent. So, after being on the show and telling your confession, do you find it easier to talk about things that you normally wouldn't talk about?
I do, and I also like when people ask questions. You know, some people who may not know a lot about, you know, the lifestyle. You know, I enjoy when people ask questions because I like telling them, you know, what it is that I prefer and how things go, you know, in this lifestyle.
Information is
It's definitely tougher, but I enjoy it.
yeah. Information is power. You know.
Yes, yes.
Um, would you recommend Confession Box to anybody who wanted to tell their story or needed to get a confession out?
I would. I think that sometimes um, being able to tell someone, you know, what you're going through can kind of help you out in a major way. I would recommend it. I do think that you have to be a strong person in order to do so, though, because sometimes it's not always easy for everybody. So, like I say, I kind of had my struggles with it, but I enjoyed the process. So, yes, I would recommend Confession Box.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So tell your viewers something that they don't know about you, something, a little tidbit, hobby, passion, something.
So I've always wanted to get into, I mean, I guess it could be kind of obvious, but I've always wanted to get into health and beauty.
Mm.
So during the quarantine, I've been able to kind of just work on some different things that deal with different cosmetics. And it is something that I want to pursue. Like I've been making wigs. I learned how to install individual lashes, which is pretty tough. But I mean, being that I was working so much, now being off, quarantine has kind of allowed me to kind of practice and work on those different things. So yeah. Mhm.
If there was one word to describe your experience on Confession Box, what would that be?
One word. Oh gosh.
I know this.
One word to describe. I would say it was kind of liberating.
Can you expand on that?
It was because it was a conversation that I never really talked about in the past. So to be able to kind of confess, here in front of, you know, millions of people, and just finally get it out there. You know, I don't really, my personal life isn't necessarily a secret. It was just something that I was never really, I knew that a lot of people wouldn't agree with it. So that's kind of what made it kind of not so much secret, but made me not really talk about it in a way. But yeah, so liberating in the sense that I've put it out there. So now it makes it a little easier for me because, like I say, it's not a secret.
Right on, that's great, baby.
Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you? How do you want them to find you?
So I do have an Instagram account, and it is Kylie Marie. That's Cailee Marie Marie, and I also have a YouTube page, which is Kylie Rose. Which is Kylie Rose. My name is Kylie Marie Rose. So Instagram is Kylie Marie, and YouTube is Kylie Rose.
All right, Kylie Rose. It was great talking to you today, and I wish you best of luck with the cosmetic.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
You be good now.
You as well. Thank you. Bye.